This is the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, your number one source of information, education, and entertainment. For honest, responsible, and dependable information, we stand supreme. To stay focused, inspired, and relaxed, choose green.
Ekabo, and welcome to the Ifa Orisha Tradition Community Discussion. I would open first by offering the Oriki for opening the show. Ope Nifu Uluru, Oludumare, Oba Ajiki, Mojiloni, Mowogun Meriaye, Iba Ila Orun, Iba Iwo Orun, Iba Ariwa, Iba Gusu, Iba Oba Egbalie, Iba Orun Oke, Iba Baba, Iba Yeye, Iba Atiwo Orun, Ibashe Igungun Kiki Igungun, Ibashe Ori, Ori Inu, Ipori Atiwo Orun. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, this week, what I'm going to do, the lesson today, is going to be just an explanatory note coming from the author Osamara E.B. concerning Ifa and those who practice the tradition. All right. This section that I've chosen from the book is basically a type of encouragement that speaks of the importance of devout fellowship in the Ifa religion. Now, this is how the author Osamara Ibi refers to the tradition. All right, now, before I even go there and read from the author on the importance of the devout fellowship in the Ifa religion, I want to sort of explain that Ifa has a religious aspect, okay? And that aspect is just a small part of the entire tradition, all right? The tradition covers the entire framework of a society of which religion only plays a small role. All right, so now I'm going to read these words of exhortation or encouragement for devotees concerning the importance of the religious aspect of Ifa. I'm going to begin reading. There is no need to worship Orunmila in the same way that we worship God himself. All that Orunmila demands of his followers is to bring all their problems to him. He will advise through divination or dreams what sacrifices are to be made from time to time. Like all other religions, there are many people who think that Orunmila is a magic divinity who can double money for them, or who can avenge injuries caused by others. He does these things in his own subtle way and at his own pace. Some followers are in a hurry to realize their objectives, and when they are late in coming forth, they cast the Orunmila shrine aside and looked for something else to accelerate the manifestation of their desires. That is a most unfortunate thing to do, because all those who have thrown their Ifa shrines into the river or bush out of frustration has almost involuntarily been worse off for it. Others abandon their shrines after being initiated into the Ifa religion and expect miracles to happen. The centerpiece of the Ifa art and practice is sacrifice. If one takes Orunmila and keeps it inside the cupboard or abandons it in a place where it is not cared for, it will not be in a position to protect the life and the interests of the follower. As soon as one completes the Ifa ceremony, the next task is to find out what problems his own Orunmila encountered, both in heaven and on earth during his time. One should then set about trying to resolve such problems or anticipate them by making the requisite, precautionary sacrifices and ceremonies. Whatever problem one has should be referred to Urunmila through divination by inviting experienced Ifa priests to song him on the appropriate occasion. A follower of Orunmila should not lose faith in his ability to solve problems provided one bothers him through divination and sacrifice with those problems from time to time. The purpose of this book is to partly educate followers of Orunmila on the ways of Orunmila so that they might not lose faith. There are good and bad patrons of Orunmila. Those who are unfortunate to come to this world under the patronage of unfortunate Odu Ifa should not despair. There is a way to improve their lot by approaching an Ifa priest, because Orunmila can turn misfortune to fortune, hard luck to good luck, and a bad head to a good head. In fact, he says that the more difficult a problem is, the happier he is to solve it. All right, and with that, I would close on the reading from Osamara EB. All right, now if you will, for example, to get some of the books of Odus written by Osamara EB, he describes his own personal experience with Ifa. Right, and if you were to read those things, you would share in the feeling of the author, in some of the experience that he had himself before he became an Ifa devotee. All right. So basically, that concludes the lesson for today. And I hope that it is most definitely an encouragement to all devotees and for persons who may also be interested in becoming a devotee. All right. So for persons who are interested in learning more about Ifa, let me share with you how you would be able to acquire such an opportunity. First and foremost, we always recommend that you try to find a shrine near you where the head of the shrine would be able to guide you. If not the head themselves, they would have suitable persons who would be able to answer your questions and provide the required guidance. All right, if you have problems finding one, please contact me and I would guide you to a shrine that might be near and convenient for you. All right, beside actually going to a shrine, we have several Facebook pages and a YouTube channel where we post a lot of useful information that might be helpful for persons who are already initiated and are devotees and members of our community, and for persons also who are interested in learning about Ifa Orisha. All right, the Facebook groups that we have where you can view this stream together with other streams on Ifa Orisha as well as on education and business and other things. These are the networks. We have the Ifa Orisha Tradition Discussion Group of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network. We have the Ifagbemiro Home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. We have the Ifa Orisha Institute of Sacred and Divine Sciences. We have the Traditional Herbal Health Network International. We have the Ifa Orisha Tradition Teaching Group of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the Ifa Orisha Community Congress. We have the Orisha Baptist Small and Medium Business Alliance. We also have the African Indigenous Tradition Group, Community Group. All right. We have the Orisha Baptist Teaching Moments International, and we have the Iantis Diasporic Venture. Beside all of those, we also have on YouTube a channel called the Ifagbemiro Home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. I will strongly suggest that if you are interested in looking at videos, that you may go to the YouTube channel. Apparently, there seem to be some forces or some factors that seem to be blocking my membership. Persons sending requests and to join the groups, someone seemed to be preventing them from so doing. So for persons who are having those difficulties and want to view the videos, you can still send the request to join the groups, but more importantly, go to our YouTube channel where you can view the videos as well as make comments. All right, now let me provide a place where you can physically go to and receive actual classes. All right, the African Indigenous Tradition Community have Ifa Orisha classes every Tuesday at 5 p.m. The community center is located at 6th Avenue in Barataria, opposite the recreation ground. All right. Now, beside those classes, we have virtual classes in astrology on a Wednesday at 6:30, and on a Friday we have etymology classes at 5 p.m. Right? At the moment, there are no virtual classes. Other than this, on our streams on Facebook, we have the traditional herbal health show every Sunday at 5 p.m. On a Wednesday, we have the Ifagbemiro show at 5:30. And every Friday, we have this show, which is the Ifa Orisha Tradition Community Discussion at 6:30 p.m. You can join us on any one of the Facebook forums mentioned to view the streams. And the place that I would recommend everybody can get to go is on the YouTube channel. Remember, it is the Ifagbemiro Home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. All right, now last week we made announcements for several activities that were being held in the community over the next 2 months. Okay, one of them that I advertised was the Shango Rain Festival. All right, now there seemed to have been a change in the schedule. All right, the festival is now going to be hosted from Friday the 26th all the way up until Monday the 29th. All right. On Friday, the 26th, would be the ceremonial opening between 6 to 8 p.m. On Saturday, the 27th, there will be an Igungun procession and bonfire blessing. All of these at different times. All right. On Sunday, the 28th, there would be at 9 a.m. A ritual giving thanks to the sun, and there would also be other activities during the course of the day. Right, there would be story competition between 1 and 4:30, and the award presentation between 4:30 and 6 p.m. This is all on Sunday the 28th. And on Monday the 29th, right, there would be a journey from Grace Garden to propitiate Oshun, right, at the Marianne River in Blanchisseuse. That would be at 6 p.m. All right, so persons who are interested in the event may contact Iashango Wumi, Yeye Aina Olukayode, Awo Ifasina, Princess Osuniyi, and Awo Olapeku. All right. Other than this particular event, I have mentioned quite a few other events, some of which I would remind you of right now. All right. Now, beside the Rain Festival, we have a couple of other things that is going on. Some of them may have actually occurred already, but my job on the community show is to help remind members of the community of the various activities. We have a Oshun Festival Family Day coming up on the 27th of August. This event would be hosted by the Ile Ijosi Otura Meji Awo Oshun, right, in collaboration with the Kenny Cyrus Alkibulan Ile Ijuba. All right, as I said before, the event is on the 27th of August, and this event is going to be held at the Emancipation Park at the Lupino grounds. All right. We also have a Thanksgiving that is going to be hosted by our Ala Miche, all right, who is otherwise known as Dylan Duke, and he invites you to his Thanksgiving on Sunday the 14th. All right, I think that's this coming Sunday. All right, the venue is Lot 226 Cassava and Gova Drive, KP Lands, La Plata, Valencia. All right. The next event we have listed here, all right, I do not see a date on this, so I do not know if this event has already occurred. But nonetheless, the Egbe Onisi Eludumare of 12 First Street, Sparrow Drive, Pity Valley, will be or had fish and sweet potato chip sale on the location of Crystal Stream opposite the Daybreak Bar. That is where you would have to go to actually participate in that fundraiser. All right, I think beside this particular one, they may have other events that is coming up. So folks, please support if you could, as well as support the future endeavors by this particular shrine, right? That's basically it for today's show. I would like to encourage all the viewers to visit our YouTube page, which is the Ifagbemiro, home of Ifa Orisha tradition, where you can like, share, as well as subscribe. All right, and with that, I would like to say Odabo and see you next week.